Hello everyone and welcome to my tutorial on Java MySQL deployment. We have done the first three parts of the tutorial. The first part is creating a jar file. The second part is creating the setup.exe file. The third part is preparing MySQL database for the client PC. And so this is part 4 of a series of tutorials installing MySQL server on the client PC. If you are not familiar with the other three parts, you can go back and look at those videos. But if this is what you are looking for, it's just okay. So we are going to install a pretty older version of MySQL server for some reasons. The newer versions, the installation procedure is pretty similar. So if you follow this tutorial, you can also be able to install any version of MySQL server. So here is a look at the installation device which we brought from the previous tutorials. We can see the setup.exe file is this one, and then the file of pictures or images used in the application is the only folder we copied. You don't have to worry about this, it's just a document. And then we have the SQL databases, both of these, ARMS and ARMS results, and then the database data, which are the two dump data. And this is the installation file for the SQL, which you can download from Oracle website. So we are going to follow the script on this document as usual to complete the tutorial. This is the client computer. It does not have Java installed, it does not have SQL installed in it. We are not going to install Java, we are only going to install SQL server version. You can test if a computer has Java installed by opening the command prompt and just typing Java. See the output. When it says Java is not recognized as an internal or external command, there could be two reasons. Either Java was installed and the class path has not been set, or Java is not installed at all. In this case, it's actually not installed. You can also check if SQL has been installed in a system or not by opening this search window and just type program data and press enter. If you scroll through this, if you go through the files here, if you don't see MySQL here, just know that it has not been installed or it has been removed from the system. You can also check for MySQL from program files. Program files, MySQL is not installed. x86 MySQL is not installed. In fact, it is good for you to check these things before you start deploying a program to a client PC for security reasons, so that you should know whether they already have a version or there's going to be a conflict or something. Now let's go back to the script and begin our installation. We double click this installer file in the installation device. Click yes. Accept. Next. No need to check for updates because we are installing an older version. If you want to be installing the latest version, then you can connect to the internet, but we don't need to do that now. So we will choose server only because we don't want to use this PC for development. This is the client PC. Click next. Click next. Execute. Next. Next. Server machine, not development machine. Here we have to create a root password. Take note that the password you use here must be the same password that you used in the development of the software. Otherwise, the software is not going to connect to the database. We can manage it. No need to add user yet. So you have an option to start the MySQL server at system startup. That is fine. Next. Next. Finish. MySQL server has been installed in the system. Now we can test whether MySQL server has been installed. We still need to do some configurations, but before then, let's go back to program data. So you will see MySQL is showing here, and what we have is the server 5.5. If you also go back to program files, you will see that MySQL has also been installed on the system. So let's begin the configuration of MySQL. The first thing we want to do is set up the MySQL class path. So if we come to program files and open MySQL 5.5 bin, we need to put this in the class path. So we can just open any random window where we can see this PC. Right click on the properties and we say advanced system settings, environment variables, set system variables so that it will be for every user of the system. Edit, new, put it there, okay, okay, okay. So if we close command prompt and open it again, if we type MySQL, it comes alive. So that shows that MySQL is already installed because the system knows about it already. So the next thing we want to do now is install the two databases that are used by the software. Paste the password. The ARMS database is in the flash drive installation device, that is in drive E. So to create the database in the client PC, you just say source and you put the SQL name, the file name here, and press enter. So you see the database has been created. You can just say show tables from alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are the tables in the ARMS database. In the same way, you can install the other database, ARMS results. Alright, so our database has been created in the client computer. Now, in the database, there are some preset data which we copied from the development PC, which we need to put inside the ARMS database of the client PC. For example, password data. The software is passworded and somebody cannot log in unless they have a username or password that is already preset into the system. They may change their passwords later. We open the ARMS dump file. So here is the dump data which we brought from the development computer. We are going to update two data here. The first one is the system registration table. We'll put some preset data there which can be edited later, and the second is the passwords table. So if we want to insert this data, we just go to the SQL code and copy it. Then we can come to our SQL and paste use database changed. One row affected, this one has been updated. Because there are two databases, you have to choose the one you want to use, but there is another way of doing it. So the second preset data we want to put there is the passwords data, otherwise I can't even be able to log onto the system. So we copy the passwords data Alright, so our database is ready for the installation of the application in the client computer at this stage. We can now close this.